أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر صدق الله العظيم
अक्सर जमीन शाबाक कीश्वरे हसीन शाबाक तू निशाने अज़्मे यानी शान अर्ज़े पाकिस्तान मरकज़े यकीन शाबाक पाक सरज़मीन का निज़ाम कुव्वते अखुव्वते अवाम कौम मुल्क सल्तनत पाइंदा तामिंदाबाद शादबाद मंजिले मुराद परचमे सितारा हो हिलाल रहबरे तरक्कियों कमाल तर्जुमाने माज़ी शाने हाल जाने इस्तक़बाल साये खुदाए ज़ुल्जलाल।
I call this Zoom guest speaker meeting in order.
I am Mahru Arif Ali, District Secretary for 2021, District 3272. And now I will request DG Tazim Ahmed to give his welcome address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. District Governor Tazim Ahmed from District 3272, Pakistan. I welcome all the Rotarians from our district and from the other district. This is our 73rd Zoom meeting and continuously from March. एक शेर से शुरू करेंगे, आप हिंदी बोलते समझते हैं?
दिल से शुरू कीजिए, डांस से शुरू कीजिए, हम तैयार हैं।
ओके सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। दिलों में तुम अपनी बेताबियां लेके चल रहे हो तो जिंदा हो तुम। दिलों में अपने बेताबियां लेके चल रहे हो तो जिंदा हो तुम। नजरों में ख्वाबों की बिजलियां लेके चल रहे हो तो जिंदा हो तुम। हवा के झोंके के जैसे आजाद रहना सीखो। हवा के झोंके के जैसे आजाद रहना सीखो। तुम एक दरिया के जैसे लहरों में बहना सीखो। ये शेर है, ये शेर आपके ऊपर फिट होता है कि वी हैव सीन रोटरी फाउंडेशन इज द बैकबोन ऑफ रोटरी इंटरनेशनल और जिसके आप बहुत बड़े डोनर हैं। हम आपको आपकी जिंदगी के बारे में, अपने करियर के बारे में हम ये सुनना चाहते हैं। आई एम ए सिविल इंजीनियर एंड बिलोंग्स टू रियल एस्टेट एंड रियल एस्टेट एजेंसी में। तो आई वांट टू लिसन कि आपने अपनी जिंदगी को किस तरह रोटरी के नाम पे किया और आपकी फर्स्ट लेडी को भी मैं वेलकम कहता हूँ। हम आप लोगों से सुनना चाहते हैं, ऑल आवर रोटेरियंस। थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड वेलकम यू हियर।
Ravi Shankar Dokoju was born in Bangalore in 1955. He is a BA graduate and has a diploma in marketing and business management. He was born to great and philanthropic parents, late Shri Kamesh Dokoju and late Srimati Indra Kamesh. He is the sixth among 7 children. His father, an engineer, gave away all the family land to Vinoba Bhave's Budhan movement and joined the freedom struggle, was imprisoned for 4 years along with former VP B.D. Jatti, Nijalingappa and others. Ravi, an agnostic, doesn't believe in the caste system or in religion. He practices what he believes. Ravi is happily married to Anne Paula, a staunch Catholic, and they have 2 lovely daughters, Ekta and Samta, meaning unity and equality, which they follow in their lives. The couple have brought up their children in the same way, respecting all religions. Ravi lost his father when he was in the 4th grade, but was brought up by his mother, an less educated but brave lady with high ethical values and courage, who brought up all the 7 children single-handedly with just 100 rupees in the bank. Ravi, brought up in poverty, garnered a lot of support and scholarships for his education. In the early years, he worked hard by milking cows in the morning and in the evening. Professionally in real estate, he grows tea in Ooty and is mentoring a fitness equipment company to encourage young entrepreneurs. In the future, he plans to enter large-scale farming. On 30th June 2018, Ravi and Paula, through their foundation, contributed 100 crore rupees, $14.7 million, to the Rotary Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, our Karma Yogis, Ravi Shankar Dokoju and Paula Ravi Shankar.
And now I present AK Foundation Circle Level, our Chief Guest, Ravi Shankar. Over to you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. Greetings from India and District 3190. Good evening to all the dignitaries and our DG Tazim Bhai, Tazim Ahmad, and DGN and PDG District Trainer RRFC Arif Mir Arif Ali Saab, and all the dignitaries, all my friends from District 3190 and all over the world. I think Australia, I think my friend from Brazil, PDG has come. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. मेरा उर्दू इतना खास नहीं है, मेरा उर्दू इतना खास नहीं है, मेरा हिंदी बेकार है।
Okay.
सो आपने जो आपका आपका और हमारा सुपरस्टार सल्लू भाई सलमान खान बोलते हैं ना, गलती से मिस्टेक बैठा, समझिए मेरा गलती हो गया मेरे से, माफ कर दीजिए, नहीं तो थप्पड़ मार दीजिए। जूम में थप्पड़ मारना पड़ेगा मुझे। मैं पैदा से बहुत ख्वाब देखता हूँ, मुझे ख्वाब की एक बीमारी है। ऐसा ख्वाब देखता था स्कूल में, क्लास में जब भी पढ़ता था, तभी मेरा क्लासमेट सभी व्हेन दे आर स्टडीइंग, व्हेन दे आर जॉटिंग डाउन द नोट्स, मैं ख्वाब देख के बैठा था। वो भी एग्जामिनेशन पे वही हुआ, जो एग्जामिनेशन सब लिख रहा है, मैं ख्वाब देख के बैठा। तो नतीजा क्या है, 3 बार फेल 10th स्टैंडर्ड में। ठीक है, बाद में मेरी अम्मी का खूबसूरत चेहरे में थोड़ा सा जरा सा रत्ती सी मुस्कान देखना चाहने के लिए बहुत मेहनत करके पास कर दिया 32% में। 32% इज द बेसिक मिनिमम। पास हो गया, मेरा अम्मी भी खुश, मैं भी खुश। जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन कैडबरीज एडवर्टाइजमेंट बोलते हैं ना, हमारा लल्लू पास हो गया,
पप्पू पास हो गया।
लल्लू पास हो गया। That's what I said. Then, see, I am incorrigible dreamer. Many times I think of incorrigible dreams, big dreams, which may not be able to achieve. And in fact, I dream of climbing Mount Everest, but I end up being atop of a small hill. I am a person, I don't feel bad about it, because when I look down on the foothills, I see people, very small people and tiny people, because they didn't have the ability or the willingness to dream. Without dreaming, I am a dead man. Like our Sayyida Asma Bukhari, while praying, I think when she was praying, she said, people jo koshish karta hai, people who make effort and sincere efforts, they're always blessed. Thank you very much for the prayers, ma'am. And when I have some simple dreams. I have very, very simple dreams. One thing is, I always wonder, because I wonder about the simplest things in life. I always wonder why mazhab, that is religion, why people from different religions cannot stay in. I ask some basic questions in life, and why a person has to be born into a religion, why people cannot choose a religion. So even if you are born into a religion, after your major about 18 years or so, I think you should be able to choose a religion. And third point is, these are my dreams. As I said, my khwab dekhta, I keep dreaming. I think of all these things. And I also feel that the religion is a very, very personal thing. Our Mahatma Gandhi, you must have heard his name, Mahatma Gandhi, our father of our nation. He said, be the change which you want to see in the world. Be the change what you want to see in the world. I cannot say, let the world change, I'll remain the same. No, you let it start from you. I'm a born Hindu. I've beautifully gone ahead and married a Roman Catholic Christian, Paula Rodriguez. Very beautiful girl, very beautiful from heart, very, very sincere. I'm very blessed. I've been trying to reach out to God, asking him if I can marry her again in next Janam. So I had two Muslim sisters, Maimuna Iqbal, I think she's also there, and Iqbal there, and Sunaina Hegde, and both are two Muslim sisters. They are Rakhi sisters. These are Rakhis which they tied to me about 2 months back. They're still there. And I have a Gujarati Rakhi sister, Harshida, and one more Bengali Rakhi sister. She's in Canada, Mitra Chatterjee. My two daughters, as our introduction video said, and Dr. Samir Haryani said, are ekta samta. There, ekta means, unity, samta means equality. We only taught them. I never asked them which religion you want to follow. I only told them there's one Sanskrit saying, Sarva Dharma Samanatva. Sarva Dharma Samanatva means you respect your religion, but you also respect other religion. We should respect every religion at the same time. So that is what we are taught. This is one thing which I personally feel, where we are married for 33 years. Hassan se bolta hu, honestly I'm telling you, not even one day we had arguments on this issue at home, though our multi-religious people are staying in the same house. Not even one argument, not even one fight, not even, and in fact we enjoy being in multi-religious atmosphere home because we celebrate more festivals. Imagine a Christian only celebrates Christmas, and the Muslim Ramzan, and Hindus Diwali. There are so many things, but we celebrate all the world. We celebrate more the merrier. We thoroughly enjoy our thing. And also I said, religion is very, very personal. You should be able to choose. Like, I like to wear jeans and t-shirt. I enjoy living in that. And our Samir, Dr. Samir Sahab always suited booted. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was always suited booted. Hamara DG Samir ji, Tazim Ahmad ji suited booted. They are comfortable in that. My other brother is there, he's in Kutta Pajama. One more brother is there, he's in a Patan suit. We don't fight over that and break the family. Do we, sir? And I enjoy South Indian mutton curry. I like, Paula likes Punjabi and Goan cuisine. My mother-in-law is 91 years, but she behaves like 18 years old. And she likes Chinese because it's light on stomach. For a high age, she is very comfortable. My two daughters enjoy Italian. We enjoy all the things. We don't fight over it. We don't break the family like that. So this should be very, very personal. Sir, we have another visionary social reformist, Acharya Vinoba Bhave. He is one person who said, countries are outdated. Countries are outdated. Sir, our India, the percentage of budget in the national budget kept for defense is 15.5%. USA is at 15 to 17%, and China 3 times more, 3 times of Indian defense budget kept for India defense. So I was asking my IRS friend, Indian Revenue Service friend, Vivek. I asked him, Vivek, dekho bhai, why do you keep ours is from underdeveloped country? We are just coming to developing country. We don't have much resource for education, health, infrastructure. We don't have. But in this kind of cases, why do you keep 15.5%, such a huge amount for defense? What will they do? What do they do? And Vivek also he is also a philosophical man. He looked at me. He said, "What do they do?" I said. He said, "Kill." I said, I didn't understand. He said, "What do you mean, kill?" He said, "That's exactly, boss. All over the world, every country has got defense, and every defense has got budget. Majority of them. What do? They kill, or they kill whoever to protect themselves, or they kill to attack others. So ultimately, it ends with killing. Is it the way we are living? Is it the way we are taught to live, sir?" And I really feel ashamed that in the name of countries, we fight with each other, we kill each other. And in fact, other day, I was in Pathankot. Pathankot, aap jante hain, sir. It is your neighboring country. Pathankot, I was having sorry to say that, it's in a defense canteen. It's a cafe. I was having my favorite ramen coke with a little bit of soda and a dash of lime. I saw Colonel colonel coming in, he had a lot of decoration, stars and stripes and things like that. He came with a burly 6 foot with mustache and turban and came. A very nice man, very proud man, and the 56-inch chested man. Then I asked, I said, good evening, Colonel, this decoration what you have, is it the one you got when you were awarded, when you killed the captain in the neighboring country? He said, yes. He was very proud. Yes, he said, very nice voice. Then I said, did you know him? He said, no. I said, then did you know that his wife was carrying 8 months pregnant when you killed him? Then his proud chest fell down by 1 inch. Then I said, do you know that the colonel, the captain who was killed had a daughter who was 6 years old? Did you know that his shoulders fell down even 1 more inch? Then I said, did you know that his mother is ailing, and she is not ailing, like unhealthy, and she is very, very old? Did you know that? He said, no. Then did you know that his father is bedridden with paralysis? And the captain was the only one who was a breadwinner for the family, Did you know that? He said, no, I didn't know. Then why did you kill him? He said, my officer's orders. I said, who gave the orders to your officer? Government. Dear friends, do you think this is the way we live? This is the 21st century. We are supposed to be civilized. We are supposed to be educated. We are supposed to be talking big forwards and everything, how we are different from animals. Which way we are better than animals? Few people in the government decide you go and kill people. I'll give you money by defense budgeting. You go kill and come back without even know who they are. Is it the way we live? Brothers and sisters, let us as human beings will go towards borderless world, a peaceful planet. This should be good for human beings and every living being in this world. And let us go march together. Let us not worry about the countries. As human beings, citizens will work together and will bring the world together. Countries are made by people. The continents are natural. Let us unite. Let us walk together. The only way to achieve this is Rotary, through Rotary, because Rotary connects the world. Rotary gives you opportunity to connect the world. And it also, we are already in 220 countries. Let's all strengthen Rotary, work together to achieve borderless world. Let us have a peaceful planet. Let's work toward this. And I'm so happy that I could convey this to all of you. Please think about it. Go back home. Think about it. If I said something wrong, I'll come to your place. You slap me. Thank you very much. So, to take this forward, to take this mission, borderless world, let us call it mission borderless world forward. I think our District 3190, with the permission of our DG Nagendra Prasad, and we are so proud of to know that our IPDG, Dr. Samir Haryani, even till date is leading me. And our PDG and my Rotary mentor, Suresh Harisar is there. With their permission, we are sanctioning 1 lakh points to be given to people who are ready to contribute 300 points to become PHF members. That will be sent to us by our PDG Mir Arif Ali sir, and with that coordination with PDG Suresh Hari, who is EMGA, and they'll coordinate and come. Second one is from our endowment fund. From endowment fund, this year we would like to donate $10,000 US from what we received from the TRF for our endowment, which is with the district, towards your COVID victims who have lost their jobs, who are struggling to come up. And I think Amir Arif Ali sir has given the list of the carts and cycle rickshaws, and I think which you feel which is good in rural Lahore areas. Lahore is the poorest of poor. We want to reach out to them and to support through Rotary. This is one more second one, sir. And our DGE, Faisal Mahmoodji, not to be here. He said, Inshallah. Then I questioned him, sir, Inshallah means God willing, God is willing, I'm coming. And when I came at 8 o'clock, he was already from 7 o'clock, he was waiting. I think you're ahead of Inshallah, sir. And he said, let us do something in Kartarpur, Gurudwara, which is God, which has opened thanks to your Imran Khan, the honorable, handsome cricketer and present Prime Minister Imran Khan, sir. And there is one morning and evening visa is there. With that, we can go physically, we can meet and come. That's one thing which Amir Arif Ali sir has suggested. Our Fazal Mahmoodji is a big-hearted man. We call him gentle giant, and he has accepted. He is going to coordinate with 307 District 3070, and Davinder Singh also may be there because he is a good friend, and Upendra Singh Ghadi will be there, and together we'll take it forward, and he'll be in touch with the district leaders and to take this project forward, sir. Now, our DG, present DG, a dynamic Nagendra Prasad ji, and he wants to make an announcement keeping this borderless world forward. Mir Arif Ali ji, you can take it forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ravi, for your very generous contribution and donation to our district. For the information of all, actually, we don't to encourage Rotarians to contribute to the Rotary Foundation. My district governor and my EP NZ, I mean the NPLU now coordinator of my district, had promised Rotarians that they will, if they contribute $300 towards the foundation, then we will give you points. So obviously, I mean, we have limited number of major donors and all that, and we have limited number of points. So I had requested some friends like Ravi and previously Ashok Mahajan also and everybody. And Ravi has been very kind in donating 100,000. Rather, he said, if you want more, I can give you more. But I said, no, let it be 100,000. So that
District 3190, sir. Everybody has got.
I'm very grateful to District 3190. I mean, I've spoken to, his mentor also, and his incoming DG and IPDG has always, has been very kind, even in introducing him and helping us with this system right now. And obviously, Nagendra ji, Prasad ji, who's DG now, wanted to make an announcement which he can make afterwards. So I just want to thank you, Ravi, once again for this and the $10,000 contribution towards the mobile shops, that 100 mobile shops, that we want to do. We want to give to poor people who have been affected with the COVID disaster. And since they, it's a thing that the club will verify and everything. And once it's verified by the club, we will give it to those people, which will be, having Rotary logos and club logos, and of course, the Rotary Club of Bangalore also, and logo will be there. We will show it. I've already discussed all this with Ravi and other of his mates, but this is just for the information of all. So as far as this monument thing is concerned, we wanted, because Wagah border has certain restrictions. We are already doing something on the Wagah border by having an Indus Peace Park and all that kind of thing. But I'm not very sure that the visa thing will relax for the moment. But the thing is that since the Kartarpur corridor, which was opened last year, is very open, and people only give $20, and anybody from the other side can come there, and we people from our side pay a little bit of money and we go there. So it's a common place where you can come, spend a day and go back. So we were discussing of having some meeting place where all visitors from India, Pakistan and the world, when they visit Pakistan, can come and, visit that place. He's already, Ravi is doing, making a monument on the border, on the Atari border side, which is Wagah border, our Wagah border, they call it Atari. On the other side, which he's already mentioned. Anyway, thank you very much, Ravi and 3190 governors
for your very generous contribution and your, this is a new relationship that we are starting with your district, and I'm sure it'll go in a long way in times to come. And now I would request, while we are on this subject, I would like to request DG Nagendra Prasadji, please make an announcement of the polio thing. I mean, he wanted good. I mean, the Rotary Peace Rally that you want to start from South India and bring it to Amritsar, because after that, I can make an announcement. We are also trying to do something on the 24th of October, the World Polio Day. We are trying to do it in the Firozpur border, which we call Hussainiwala and you call Firozpur. So if it is open, the parade will be there. So you people can come with flags and we will come with flags from here and create awareness to eradicate polio from Pakistan. But anyway, now over to DG Prasad, Nagendra Prasadji, just to make an announcement, and then we request Ravi to go on to his next subject. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum. Good evening and namaskara ellargunu. As we say that Rotary opens opportunity, I think meeting today on the platform itself is a good opportunity to meet and interact from all over the world. That is point one. Two is we were thinking on the Polio Day, World Polio Day on October 24th. My polio team is also there on the online, and they're all charged up when we spoke yesterday about this. So they plan to come to Amritsar and then, try to meet you as we spoke. Arif Ali sir on phone. They all want to come to the border and then try to meet you or flag off. As you said, I think after the October 30th, September 30th, we could take a call on that depending on dates and other things happen. I think we are open to more of peace and friendship programs to be continued from our border, as it's the dream of our Ravi Shankar Dakojo, my friend Ravi Shankar Dakojo from 319. And I hope that will succeed, and we'll keep connected each other and try to open up a lot of opportunities between our districts and countries. Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Governor. I mean, now, we can discuss, we'll get on to the next subject. And now I would request Ravi to take the next subject, unless he wants to say something more on this before you.
No, I'm done.
You're done. Okay, so now your next subject is Zakat as the father of CSR, corporate social responsibility. Please go ahead.
Zakat is the father of CSR. Dear friends, as you know, I'm a 3 times failed in 10th standard, so I'm not a scholar. I'm not a very highly educated person either. If I make any mistakes in this, it's a very sensitive subject. Please forgive me. It will be purely unintentional, and I just love Muslim brothers and sisters because I lived with them. I spent my childhood in Mohammedan block, Basungudi, Bangalore, playing on the street, marbles, flying kites, and gilli danda. And I still remember the flavor of mutton samosas fried in front of the mosque every Fridays, and during the entire 30 days of Ramzan, when I think you are and evening times when your fasting is open, I used to be the first one to take the first samosa. Now I want Paula to talk a little bit of what religion says. I think she will talk. This is from the book written by our Zakat, written by Muhammad Mazhar Hussaini. So, and she's reading from that. And then after that, I'll take it forward.
Charity is the provision of help or support to the poor.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Charity is the provision of help or support to the poor. Charity has been a part of the universe and tradition of mankind. Throughout human history, all faiths and older civilizations have recommended some form of charity to their respective followers. Charity has found acceptance in all the social systems, although its forms and motives vary with different creeds and nationalities.
Zakat is Islam's greatest gift to mankind and to the planet, for every, not only mankind, to every living creatures on this planet. And this zakat has involved every possible philosophy, either the giving, sharing is caring, or giving while you're alive, or the philosophy of giving back, or you are doing good in the world. So all these points everywhere, if you put it in one capsule, it's called zakat. And this is where one instrument, one institution, zakat, or one law, zakat, covers all this for the religious, social, economic development of humankind and any living being. India, for the first time in the world, passed the resolution, passed the act, CSR Act in 2014, April 1st. And Pakistan passed it on 27th May 2017. But do you know when was this CSR, World CSR was passed by Islam? 1400 years back. 1400 years back, Islam passed its zakat, and we made it obligatory, it made it compulsory, and isn't it a beautiful instrument, caring for humanity? This is the beauty of zakat. And all religions promote charity, but there is a charity, the philanthropy by Islamic world, which is more sentimental, more emotional, more personal. That is sadaqah. Sadaqah, that is your personal choice. Where you want to do, who you want to give, what you want to do. It is there are different kind of sadaqahs, but this is one thing which you have the freedom. You can serve anybody. But zakat is an institution. It is law. You cannot avoid this. This is one of the five important pillars of Islam. This is as important of fasting during Ramzan month, or your namaz, sada, or and any other three more. This is the most thing deciding you whether you go to heaven or not. The zakat decides. This social responsibility community for 150 years after Muhammad Paigambar's death, it is a prescribed, what is written there, it is a prescribed welfare contribution from one's stored wealth. Stored wealth, what you have collected from one lunar month to another lunar month, which completes 1 year. In that, this is a nisab is made, and from there you decide the amount of zakat. Now zakat says you have to pay 2.5% of all your wealth you possess from one full year, and the same way I'm saying 2.5% from your nisab wealth, 1 year's wealth, what you calculate. There is a chart also for that, which is so brilliantly done. This is a chart and which shows every way how you calculate your zakat. And this one, 2.5%, but CSR has said 2%. 2% of the corporate's profit derived in 1 year, year to year. This is 2%, and zakat is 2.5%. And Islam has organized institution of zakat with spiritual approach, leading to the socio-economic benefit of mankind. It is socio-economic benefit of mankind. Zakat was established at 2.5%. This is exactly the reason. It is exactly the reason why CSR Act was introduced, to say when a company has received so much of favors from the society through the people, it is the hard-bound duty of that commercial establishment or corporate or multinational to part with some part of their profited wealth. This is exactly what Zakat says. What wealth you have made, during this 1 year, you calculate that 2.5. This is the this is Allah's control on the wealth of the human being, so that it goes to everybody. Poor has gotten access to that. They have a right over it. That's exactly CSR is meant for social responsibility, where deserving people, poor people, and weak people should be able to access the profit of the corporate responsible corporates or multinational something like that. If the zakat is not paid, it is punishable act by Allah. Same as if the CSR is not paid by the corporate, this punishable by the government. 4. Then Islam is collection of zakat and distribution of zakat state, or an authorized Islamic organization. The same way CSR distribution, collection, and management is being managed by the commercial taxes, income tax department of the country. In Rotary, it is the Rotary Foundation which does it. The purpose of zakat paying is an act which purifies one's wealth. It is divinely prescribed method of cleaning and purifying a person's heart and soul from all kind of worldly greed and material love. That is why zakat is done. It is the same reason why CSR is created, to justify the philosophy of giving back to the community, which has strived to bring prosperity to the corporate commercial establishment, which has made huge profits during 1 year period. That is exactly the reason what CSR made. Don't we all think that Islam, a profound religion, which had the foresight as back as 1400 years? Why don't you appreciate this beautiful creation of Islam, zakat? And there are certain things which I think which we can accommodate this amount. See, there is also a saying in that where zakat should be spent where it is collected from, the same community where it is collected from. At the same time, in the recipient, Muallafat ul Khalub, it says, if it is once you are satisfied with the local requirements, local necessities, local deserving people, it can be spent elsewhere in the world where it is required, where humankind is suffering. And keeping this, I would ask Arif Bhai, anybody, I think, I don't have much more than this, because I just started the speech by saying, I'm not a scholar, highly educated, I'm in love with Islam, I like Muslims, I'm grown up with them. And Fazal Bhai, the moment I chose this subject, he sent me this book to show that you go through it, and he guided me. And Irfan Bhai of Prestige Development, Tazim Ahmad Islam, Irfan Bhai of Prestige Developer is the biggest developer in India, and a wonderful philanthropist, an excellent human being, and he's been donating a lot to TRF, and his AKS, we are so proud that he is in Bangalore. And he also guided me, Syed Bhai guided me, Iqbal Bhai guided me, Fazal Mahmood Ji Bhai guided me in this talk. And any questions, anything about my life, any of this I've spoken, I am ready to answer.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation, both the presentations. And before I go ahead with any question and answers, I would like to first request, the people from the audience, if they would like to put up any questions, then we can start with them. And is our IPDG Samir there?
Yes, sir. I'm very much here. So I was just going to say that if anybody has a question, in the participant window, there's a raise hand option. Please raise it. Right now I can see Ahmed and June Siddiqui raising hand. So what I request is raise your hand in the participant window. At the bottom, there's a raise hand option. I will unmute you. Multiple people, please avoid unmuting yourselves because there may be a lot of distraction. So right now, Ahmed and June Siddiqui, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah, you've raised your hand. Please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you, Samir, if you can handle this for some time.
Yeah, I will do it. I will help you, sir. I'm here to help you today.
Thank
We,
you.
after that,
thank you very
let me also tell you, after Ahmed and June Siddiqui, we have Doug Brown from District 5230 and Anuj Agarwal from RI District 3100. So these are the three in queue right now. Ahmed and June Siddiqui, it's your question time. PDG Mir, you're the moderator,
Thank you very
I'm just assisting you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you kindly
Go
for
ahead.
the opportunity. First and foremost, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Ravi Shankar and Paola for their involvement with our first international project with the Rotary Club of Bangalore for the centenary project of 100 heart surgeries. Now that is from a very small club in Western Australia, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is something very dear to me, and Bangalore is where I was born. And like Ravi, I also grew up on the streets of Bangalore playing marbles, gilli danda, and everything else. Bangalore is home for me. And I've left a bit of myself back in Bangalore. Another thing that I would like to, when you said about erasing of borders, countries without borders, I might bring it to your attention, Ravi, and to your district governor, that there is an establishment that I have liaised with in New Zealand, and they call themselves Engineers Without Borders. That is one aspect, and they became very heavily involved in a water project that my club did in Vanuatu to bring about clean water to the villages in Vanuatu. And that's an establishment that is worthy of looking at the way they have got their infrastructure together. It's almost like Medicines Without Frontiers, Doctors Without Frontiers. These are Engineers Without Borders. So these are the practical applications of borderless pursuit of humanity and service to humanity. So that is the only thing that I'd like to bring to your attention. It has been a pleasure listening to you. I do visit Bangalore, and once all restrictions have been lifted, we certainly will be coming to Bangalore and look forward to the pleasure of meeting with you all and those who are involved in this project. And I take this opportunity also to thank Tazim Ahmed, who's Pakistan, Lahore is where part of my other heart also resides, because my eldest brother lived in Gulberg colony, and I have made it, I've never visited Pakistan. That is in my bucket list, and we hope to visit Lahore, and when we do, we will certainly make contact with you, inshallah. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Khudafiz, sir. Khudafiz.
Which part of Australia are you from, may I ask?
Western Australia, Paula. And if I may take the opportunity of extending a very personal invitation to both you and Ravi, along with Zareen, of your district is the dearest friend we have in Rotary in Bangalore. And through him, we hope to meet with you all. And I cannot commend you, the true Rotarian that you have in the personality of Zarir Batha. I don't need to talk about him. You know him well enough, but he's a remarkable human being. And he's almost extended family to us. Thank you very much.
Nice
Okay. Thank you, Ahmed and June Siddiqui. Doug Brown, you can unmute yourself from District 5230. Doug, you can unmute yourself and go ahead and address Ravi and Paula.
Assalamu alaikum. I am most impressed with your ideas about a borderless world, and inshallah, in my lifetime, maybe we will see movement in that direction. I'm also very impressed with the concept that most, if not all, religions call on their followers to support the most fragile, the most needy, the poorest. 2,000 years ago, we were told by Jesus that if we cared about him, we should treat the poor as though they were him, feed them, clothe them. And I know that the Sikhs also follow that same idea. I'm not well enough educated in all religions, but I suspect this is true throughout most religions. So I encourage everyone to follow your example in that regard. Dhanyawad, shukriya, shukran.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Anuj Agarwal ji, You can unmute yourself. You're next. After that, we have IPDG Dr. Manoj Joshi, my co-governor. So Anuj Agarwal ji, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, sir. Myself, Anuj Agarwal, and my wife, Bharti Agarwal, from RID 3100. We really want to pay thanks and greetings to Ravi Shankar ji and Paula for the greatest ideas he shared with all the Rotarians today. And my question is, as I remember, he emphasized on ISR also. So would he like to share some knowledge about ISR on this platform?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my co-president Anuj Agarwal ji. I still remember in Meerut I had spoken about ISR. ISR, perfect,
Yes.
very nice. In fact, what I said was CSR is compulsory, where there is a threat that you may be put behind bars. And Zakat is a fear that you may not go to heaven and Allah will punish you if you don't do that. ISR is sadaqah. Sadaqah is that. Sadaqah, you do it from your heart. There's no fear, nobody is asking
Yes.
you. You ask your own conscience. Individual social responsibility. The
Yes.
corporate social responsibility is where the police will arrest you, the government will arrest you, and zakat is where Allah will punish you. Individual social responsibility, which is it's called as sadaqah in Islam, is the purest form of charity. I think, thank you very much, sir, for giving me this. This is a beautiful thing. Everybody in this world should follow ISR.
Thank you.
Individual social responsibility.
Thank you so
Nobody
much.
should tell you. You should ask yourself before going to bed, what have I done today? Have I paid back anything? Is there anything, have I given back anything to the society which has taken so much to us? And go to sleep. Now I sleep so well, Paula gets angry sometimes. Why do you sleep so well? So because I followed my heart, both of us, we follow our giving back, philosophy of giving back. We are very happy. Thanks for reminding me of ISR. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you.
Good night.
Thank you, Anuj ji and Mrs. Agarwal. Thanks. You can mute yourself.
Thank you.
IPDG,
Next-
Dr.
next
Manoj, you
person,
unmuted
next
yourself. You can.
Salam, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. Good afternoon to everybody. My humblest salutations to all the attendees and organizers, and in particular to Paula ji and Ravi Shankar ji for their inspirational address. Today, I attended the 75th anniversary of the atom bomb in Nagasaki. And I learned from the survivors who gave a very moving account of that disaster that took place 75 years ago. And the survivors said, I asked a specific question about what role did his faith play in the aftermath and during the bombing. And he was a Buddhist by faith. And he said, I can tell you that religion is a personal affair. It is the person's own choice as to how that religion should work in his or her life. And then the second question that I asked him about, how do we then mitigate the conflicts that are as a basis of religion? And he said, the basis of resolving conflict due to any reason is alleviation of disparity and inequity in resources. So he said, we eliminate resource allocation, whether it is by defense cuts or whatever, but we have to bring the people who are less fortunate up to the people who got all the resources. And he said, unless we address those, we will never get rid of misery and conflict. And I commend Ravi Shankar ji for his generosity in helping us alleviate some of the sufferings. And I would just want to add that I believe myself, I live in Bradford, which is a very cosmopolitan city, but majority of my city is of Pakistan Muslim origin, and I'm the only Hindu living in my locality. And I enjoy their hospitality, friendship, and total fellowship with them, and I've lived there for 40 years, and I've never been left isolated or disenfranchised or loved. I absolutely love living in Bradford, and education is the key. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, IPDG, Dr. Manoj Joshi. We have Anne Frisch, who has her hand up. Anne, if you can unmute yourself, you can go ahead and ask your question. Any more, please raise your hand in the participant window, and we'll call upon you by turn.
Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum and namaste. I am working with a borderless world of Rotarians on nuclear weapons education. And this is probably the most important thing we can do is to save ourselves so we have a future with Rotary. We are working on through education. We believe that if we don't get rid of nuclear weapons, they will also get rid of us. And so, although this may seem very selfish, we can't do anything for the world unless we are in it. And the fundamental principle of borderless world is that a nuclear weapon anywhere will affect all of us Rotarians and everyone on the planet. So a very good concept for our work. And we are international, working Russia, US, and in Indo-Pak, we are friends with the sister cities. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying the meeting and so glad to meet you.
Thank you, Anne Fish. Thanks for addressing us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne Frisch. Next, we have Shireen Bond. Shireen Bond, you can unmute yourself. And after that, we have Margaret James Cooper. So these are the two with their hands up. So Shireen, you can unmute yourself and go ahead and ask the question.
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, DG Tazim, and also our chief guest, Rotarian Ravi Shankar ji, spouse Pala, and also my fellow Rotarians and friends. I usually miss the earlier speech of Rotarian Ravi ji because I was engaged with another meeting, my district today. They have a joint program, but I've heard him speaking when he came to Dhaka for our PI, Public Image Conference that is organized last Rotary year. So I usually enjoy when he was sharing about this Zakat, that in fact I learned Zakat from him today, that he's talked about, you know, what usually that Zakat bring good when you contribute. But also I believe in Muslim, they also say one thing is that, you know, when you do one thing, 7 things, good things come back to you. And for our Chinese, what happened is that, you know, we always want good thing. And sometimes when we are desperate for some help, and we always goes and donates money to the temple. This is what we do also. Because we always believe that whatever you do today good, that the good things will go back to you. So sometimes like my mom, like we are in Buddhist family, right? So what my mom do is that, you know, when my father was very sick, then he will start usually donating money to the temple. So I think it's the same thing also to the Pakistan Rotarian. I believe that whatever donation that you have given to DRF, usually it will come, the good things will come back to you. So I hope that you will do some good things by helping people. At the same time, also it benefits yourself. And at last, also, I would like to thank our generous Rotarian Raviji. You are part of our inspiration, you know, that we thought that, you know, how come a Rotarian can donate so much of money to a Rotary Foundation. So you are really a good soul with a good heart. And I really, I pray for you, I pray for your whole family, and wish you good health and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you. I think any specific question that anybody would like to ask Ravi regarding the 2 subjects that he spoke on?
Anything else also, sir?
Yeah, because we have Margaret James Cooper, we have Rafiq Seth, and we have Chandrakant Chowdhury. And as PDG Mir said, if there's a question to Ravi and Paula or to anybody in the panel,
that is our first preference.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
question would be a first preference. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not being rude.
Good
Please
evening.
don't misunderstand, because I'm keeping the time in mind also, and I would like first people to answer exactly like what they want to ask about, and then rest is good. Please don't feel insulted or something, but I'm just thinking that there might be somebody waiting for a question to be asked.
Sure. Margaret James Cooper, you're on. You can ask your question to Ravi and Paula.
Yes, thank you very much for having me in this meeting today. And I'm happy I came actually, because I missed the last one. What a brilliant speech from the speaker. Just being agnostic, you embody what all religions say we should be doing. I'm impressed. I really am impressed. But I had the same sentiment. You touched my heart when you mentioned about the casualties of war. The captain who was killing people, taking orders from his superior, the superiors from the government. I have always been against putting so much money on arms to defend, to kill innocent. It's always the innocent that are the casualties of war. But that aside, what I want to ask you again is about Zakat. I don't know if that is how you say it the Muslim way, Zakat. Is it just a Muslim thing? I didn't quite catch what it meant. I know Zakat is to do with the Muslim people. I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian. As a matter of fact, I was impressed when you say all religions should be able to live in the same house. I am a village girl at heart. While back home, I lived in the city. And when it comes to Christmas, we all troop to the village. When it comes to the Muslim religion, we all troop to the village. When it comes to another kind of festival, we all troop to the village. All friends. It is when I came to London or the city, I knew that we could be killing each other because of religion. But that is aside. So I actually want to know, is Zakat a philosophy of just the Muslims, that you are trying to tell us? All that aside, before you answer that question, give my regards to your 3 children, your 2 girls and Ponyo. Did you hear that?
Ponyo is more popular than me.
Ravi, your answer to that.
Thank you very much.
It's very simple. You have to pay 2.5 for all the wealth that you have, whether it is gold. But
2.5% of the accumulated wealth within the lunar, between one lunar month to another lunar month, which gives a one year cycle. And you have to calculate according to that, and you have to pay 2.5% year on year. And CSR is only on the profits, 2%.
Okay, I think that clarifies it. Yeah.
Give me your email ID. I'll communicate with you. I'll also send you some books which can reach you, and you can be very, very clear about what Zakat says.
Yeah. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Margaret James Cooper. Rafiq said, if you have a specific question, please unmute yourself and you can ask that question. And Chandrakant Chaudhary, you're after that. But like PDG Mir said, a specific question on the 2 subjects that Ravi and Paula have spoken on. I know everybody has a great view and everybody here is with a definite and wonderful purpose. So Rafiq said, if you have a question, please unmute yourself. Or if your hand has been raised by mistake, I'll just lower the hand. Okay, Rafiq,
No,
please go ahead. Okay, please go ahead.
It wasn't raised by mistake, but now that I stand corrected that there's a specific questions to be asked on the 2 subjects, on the 2 questions. Very well done, Ravi, talking about Zakat as a Muslim in India. I do appreciate hearing it from another Indian in India and not from Pakistanis, Muslim brothers in Pakistan. I just had to acknowledge that part of it. Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank Gopi for inviting me to this meeting. Samir, you for doing such a great job in putting off this emceeing business. And Tazim Saab, lovely seeing you on board. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Rafiq.
Binding is done.
Thank you, Rafiq. Thank you, Gopi. Chandrakant Chaudhary, please unmute yourself. If there's a specific question, please go ahead. And I think that should be, there are no more questions or no more hands. So PDG Mir, maybe you can take over after this. Okay, Ravi, I got a gist of it. Thank you, Chaudhary Saab. Ravi, can Rotarians form a pressure group and put pressure on the politicians who are dividing us based on sentiments and emotions and religion, caste? So I think that's the gist, even though the voice was not clear, but you can retype it. So I think that's the gist of his point. Can we create a group of Rotarians, which makes the politicians understand that we want one world, or we want peace, goodwill, and understanding.
That's exactly the reason I spoke for 15 minutes, sir, with all my grit, with all my voice. I just got a hoarse voice. It's only to see that this voice is heard all over the world. The entire Rotarians to put together in 220 countries. We can put a positive pressure to see the change in the mindset of the people. People are the more powerful than politicians. I think politicians actually, they depend on us. So we have to be together. We should be sincere. We should be consistent, and we'll achieve the goal, sir. Thank you very much for this question. Very interesting question, sir.
Thank you, Chaudhary sir. PDG Mir, you can ask your question. There's one more gentleman, past president Salim Raza, but after your questions, we'll take, if time permits, we'll take Salim Raza's question. Past president
Okay.
Salim Raza, maybe you can type your question in the question box, in the chat box. But I think PDG Mir has some questions that he would like to ask, right?
Yes, please. This is Raza from RC Quetta, Pakistan, 3271. I really don't have any question, but a little bit reflection on the Zakat, which he mentioned in his speech, and it is very relevant. Zakat is an Islamic finance term referring to obligation that an individual has to donate a certain proportion of wealth each year to charitable causes. So it synchronizes with what we are doing in the Rotary and Rotary Foundation.
Can I just answer the question that to put it into practical respect between India and Pakistan particularly, a program called Aman Ki Asha,
yes, sir,
has been launched a few years ago.
Yes, sir.
And even in this present difficult situation, at least using this Zoom facility, starting with the youngsters, starting with the students, starting with the Rotractors, starting with the interactors. Ideal would be to exchange groups coming over and visiting each other, staying with each other's families, and getting to know each other and promoting peace and goodwill. But if that cannot be done, at least one can start this two-way dialogue, if I may call it, talking to each other and getting to know each other, and all the misconceptions and all the kind of things that one has in one's mind, to say, clear the air. I think the young people, I would like youngsters should be encouraged. And I've been to Bangalore, a lovely city. I have lots of friends there. If either two districts, whether it is 7-2, this is the program which is of my neighboring district 3272. I'm from 3271 Karachi. Dr. You said you are from Hyderabad. Did I hear Samir saying he's from Hyderabad?
No, I'm from Bangalore, sir. I'm from Bangalore. I'm the past governor from Bangalore.
From Hyderabad.
He's
Never mind. Okay. Can we put this kind of ideas into action? There is, as I say, Aman Ki Asha, supported by two major newspaper groups, Jung from our side and the Times of India from India, and between districts of here and in Delhi. This can be put forward, and this will put a practical shape to what Ravi, excellent presentation, Ravi. And the thought process that you have, it touches everybody's heart. Thank you very much. This is
After all of you, sir, I think thank you very much for speaking like this. We did try to rejuvenate Aman Ki Asha. We wanted to do Rotary Aman Ki Asha peace rally between Lahore and Wagah and Kanyakumari, the tip of India, to the top northernmost tip of India. So we did everything. Unfortunately, some political development took place, and the atmosphere was not good enough to start that. We are trying to revive it. If you can support us, and what Mark Melanie has said, he is Rotractors, he is made the Rotarians. Now that's a beautiful idea, because he want to desperately bring in a youth, young blood, and active people in Rotary. And I think your idea is excellent. I think we will take it forward, sir. And I feel the youngsters are much more honest than our generation. Our generation, I find they're hypocrites. They say something that do something
I
else.
agree, sir.
Youngsters
So
are
now,
much.
you know, as we are talking on Zoom and we're getting to know each other and exchanging ideas,
Yes,
at
thank you,
least
sir.
on Zoom we can start this kind of dialogue.
We will request
Giving some practical shape to what you have been telling us.
Thank you, past Governor
Okay, thank
Akhtar Ali
you.
sir. Thank you, Ravi. Yeah, thank you so much. As
Thank you.
there's a
Thank you,
comment from our
Governor.
DG Fazal Bhai also that Zoom, we don't need any visa or any permissions, so we can have more such meetings and promote this kind of bonding and understanding.
More and more
PDG
we
Mir,
got-
That's right.
I have a hand raised from Claudette Sulzbacher. Would you like to say something before that, or do I unmute Claudette Sulzbacher? She has a question for
I
us.
think get Claudette because she's from Brazil, I think.
Yeah.
We are Facebook friends, so I know that. I mean, I think.
Okay, Claudette, please go and unmute yourself. And I think after this, PDG Mir has a few things to say. So I think we'll stop questions from the attendees and we'll hand it over to PDG Mir. So Claudette, unmute and go ahead.
Yes. Good night to all the participants. I've got an invitation of an Indian friend to participate of this meeting. Congratulations to District 3272 for organizing it and sharing with us such an amazing couple, our guest speakers, Ravi and Paula. Very nice to see you, how you live, how you are, and why you like charity and give us this example. And Mir, also very good, very nice to see you there. Who met here in Brazil during the Rotary Convention, participating of the team of All Greatest Meal to Help to End Polio, of which I am the Brazilian coordinator. I was listening some comments, and it seems that things are always for the future. And Ravi, I would like you to comment about it. Do we need to wait the new generations to make the changes? Because I noted here, the change, we need to be the change that we want to see in the world. If we should expect interactors and rotaractors to make the difference. Yesterday, I was guest speaker in one district here in Brazil about Polio Plus, and then I repeated a message I wrote for the World Rotary Day some years ago, which is that we Rotarians, we don't know barriers nor borders. We can promote the peace and transform lives of many people through our projects, through the Rotary Foundation, and mainly through the End Polio Now activities. I was mentioning even enemies work together. People who have differences from thousands of years, which were not their choice. Like you mentioned, that we are born in a context and we believe that we must continue doing the same as was done thousands of years ago, centuries ago, decades ago. So we have the tool as Rotarians of changing from speech to action. And we would like here, I'm talking in name of Brazil because I'm sure we would like to participate, giving you all the hands, forgetting differences and changing the world, because we live all on the same planet. We must take care of our planet. We must protect the environment and stop wasting money in defense, for example, killing ourselves instead of taking care of our planet. What do you think about it? A big hug to all you and greetings from Brazil.
I was in Brazil some time back to address your district conference. And we spoke about the same thing in your Amazon forest, what was happening. And for political differences, the Amazon forest was being burnt. And let's not talk about that. Now, what we are talking about was to bring in the change. As you said, it was a saying by our Mahatma Gandhi, father of our nation. He said, be the change what you want to see in the world. That is exactly what Paula and me, we did. We didn't preach. We went ahead and acted upon it. And we are following it. We are multi-religion staying in the same house. So if I were not to do that, I wouldn't have had the courage or guts and conviction to face you and talk to all these people. So whatever we are experimenting, we are satisfied, we are successful in our experiment, we are presenting it to the world. So we want to be the first to see the change, and which we want to see the younger generation has given a better world than what we had. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I think we're getting late also because we passed the time we had allocated for question and answers, but we wanted people to ask questions since they are there. Ravi, there's some questions I have. Why did you donate 14.7 million, 100 crores to the TRF and not to any other organization in the world?
Sir, you are too big. As you said, I think biryani smell is coming and people are getting hungry. Sir, I want to make it very simple. Okay, give me one more organization which is transparent, 4-star rating, honest, and all over the world where you can reach anywhere in the world. I'll stop this payment and transfer it this.
Simple. You've answered it all in one go. So I hope
you still think 200 countries where who is there such eminent personalities, doctorates, PhD holders, and biggest of big people, technicians, and working free of cost. And Samir Haryani is a doctor, and he does DJ's job he's doing without unconditional. We didn't even offer it. Nobody asked him. He came. Why do you hire him? It's so expensive. And such big people are there. Why do they come? Because it's Rotary. It has got the clarity, purity. And people they come and join you because they want to do good in the world. They're not here to make a living out of it. So we don't have any other organization which is purer, transparency, and 4-star rating.
True.
And Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are not idiots to give it to TRF. I may be an idiot, but they're not idiots. Yeah. So it's the best place. I'm very happy. In case you ever get any other organization which you feel it's better than a Rotary, please tell me. I'll transfer all the funds there.
Okay. Next question, sir. I think we'll move on. It is said that Zakat amount collected should be spent in the same vicinity where the Zakat has been collected from. What do you have to say about it, Amir?
Sir, that is what to be honest, that is exactly what the Islam says. Because unless your neighbors are taken care, there's no use taking care of somebody far away. Unless they are happy, you can't be happy. It's interdependent community. But today's world is, the entire world is on internet. You are a part of a miniature shrunken planet. The planet has shrunk now than what it was during Islam time. So you do take care of your people, your community. Once it is done, at least to reach out to other people. So this is something which is the evolution of time has to be answered for. I think majority can be given to the local, and what is necessary, the similar situation is there in Kalahandi or in the worst of remotest places. If people are suffering, I think they should also be reached out, sir. That can be done through TRF.
Thank you. Yes. The next question was somebody saying that obviously the Rotary Foundation month is November, but our Zakat payment comes, we gave it in Ramzan after, just before Ramzan starts. So, but the question is that how do they do it, they say?
Sir, I think this is an interesting question. It's a technical question because November is
under these circumstances, what do we do? Because
I think, sir, it's very simple. One, I think it's a very interesting question. It's a tricky question. I think our foundation Rotary leaders are so dynamic. I've always seen that they welcome any practical solution because Islamic world, Islamic countries, I think they're so good in giving, but it is not reaching the TRF. And the connection has to be made. I think we can request the TRF. Our Ghulam Wahamati was there. He was inquiring over Tahsin Ahmadji. and we could ask them. I think your Aziz Memon, Trustee Aziz Memon is there. We could ask them to only for Islamic countries to make the foundation month according to the Ramzan month. It can change every year. I think 1 month it comes ahead.
It goes back 10 days every year.
Yes, so we can, I think we can request when something is logical, practical. I'm sure that TRF and leadership will always listen, sir. And you are there as a RRFC. I think you should be able to communicate.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Islam says that zakat should be spent on Muslims. What do you have to say about it?
Sir, there is one, what you said is right, but there is also provision where your Mullah Fathul Qulub, where it says zakat amount also should be spent on non-Muslims, where to show the light of Islam, to show them how Islam takes care of humanity. That clause is there, sir. I think that is with this alone, where you can connect with the other world and show the beauty of Islam by donating and taking care of them. One, sir. Second thing is, sorry, our TRF is so dynamic. You can also request for a clause. All the money what you give by the Muslim Islamic countries can be spent on at least majority of it, 80%, 75%, whatever, in Islamic countries alone. So you are within that, your benefits will go to them directly. The remaining 10-15% symbolically can go to other places. So to show the light of Allah, to show the light of Islam to the other world. And with that goodwill among different communities and religions come together, I think it will be a win-win situation, sir.
Islam doesn't allow zakat amount to be spent on wealth creation, building of masjids, madrasas. What do you say about it?
That's exactly. I think you must have given this formula to TRF. TRS follows the same thing. They don't go brick and mortar. As RRFC, you know it very well. So that's exactly I'm telling you. So much of similarities with Zakat and CSR and TRF. What beautiful bridge you can do better than this? I think you should work towards communicating with Islamic countries to tell them how beautifully this is. The bridge is built. The bridge is never used. We should use the bridge, sir. It's a beautiful journey.
Anyway, I think I've taken too many questions. I mean, you've taken too many questions and too many answers, you know. Now just answer one personal question.
Yes.
I have a very personal question. You have a beautiful wife. May God give her a long life. And I know you are madly in love with her about the stories that I've heard and read about you, you know, and everything. If you don't mind, you know, I mean, just at a lighter note, you're not that good looking. How did this beautiful woman marry you?
Even today, sir, 33 years we are married. Even today, I wonder why. Let her answer. How could, what guts you have? Or if you said you are my friend, I put sakte kya? How could you ask this kind of question at this age? 33 years we are married.
Anyway, may God give you. I hope you don't mind. It was just in a lighter note, you know, just trying to.
Let her answer that.
Because things were getting very serious, you know, serious talk. I mean, this.
It's a court martial. Let her answer. Let me also record that.
I always wanted to marry somebody who was different, but I didn't know I'd marry somebody who was so different. But I married him for his heart, because from the time I met him, I knew that he was different. He had a very big heart, and his heart not only extended to his family, it extended to the whole world.
Indirectly, she accepted that I'm ugly.
That is what I've seen, and I mean, he said, and I will not like to. I thought
I said I married him because he was different.
Ravi, I think Paula.
I don't want to mention that story about the Evanston. Right? Paula, Ravi can say it himself.
Arif.
Ji.
Suresh here.
Oh, Suresh bhai.
Paula said it lightly. She saw the inner beauty, not the external beauty, the permanent beauty she saw and married him. Yeah. She is shy about telling that.
No, I said I married him for his heart.
That's why I said inner beauty.
So Suresh sir, I thought I was handsome. You're saying me, you're calling me beautiful now.
Hey, your inner beauty is much more beautiful than the outer beauty here. Outer beauty is not
I think
external.
my mentor, Rotary mentor, sir, I think he's been guiding me throughout this TRF journey, and how I think Dr. Samir came here just to pull me out when I was sinking in the well today.
Anyway, thank you very much, all of you. I mean, Sir Suresh Hari is here. I mean, he's his mentor, business partner, friend for a life. It's a, he's the life support system of Ravi that I know. And so is, is IPDG Dr. Samir, and I see the incoming governor, what's his name? Fazal Bhai also. I've spoken to all of them. We've been in touch with each other for the last few weeks. And I think we had a good, subject which was discussed, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. And we will keep having these meetings more often, frequently with all of you, and we'll come out with newer things and discuss different.
Gopinath was the one who built the bridge, sir. I think he's the. Thank you very much, Gopinath.
Yeah, Gopinath, I'm grateful to you and for inviting your friends also to participate in this on my request, because I wanted people from all over the world to recognize this beautiful couple, a simple, you've seen how simple he is. He was, I think, very, very frank, and so is Paula, and so are their children. To the extent, I'll just quote one word, it won't take long, 1 minute, that even his children who are studying abroad have told his father and mother, sell the house, give everything away. And the money that you have given us for our fees and everything to study abroad, we want to earn that money and give it back to you. There are very few people, because Ravi says that whatever God has given me, I want to give it back to this world. So nothing like it. All I can say is I can wish you the best of luck, and we are all there, and may God give you much more and keep your family together. And Paula is such a nice wife. Though we haven't met personally, but I'm sure once this COVID thing settles down, at least if we will meet on some border or some part of the world, if not in on this. I thank you very much, and I will give it to the district secretary to. Samir, thank you very much. Samir, I'm very grateful.
Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. But I think Gopinath is trying to say something.
Acha, Gopinath, please,
Gopinath,
Gopinath.
you're logged.
I just want to.
You're logged into
my
two
role
devices,
is absolutely
Gopinath.
minimal.
You're logged into two devices, so there's an echo. So maybe you'll have to put off one mic and speaker.
Yeah, I'll do that. 1 minute. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, actually, I just wanted to thank Mir Arif Ali for asking me to connect Ravi with you. My role is absolutely minimal, and I enjoyed every bit of the meeting this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Mir Arif Bhai.
Thank you very much, Gopinath. Actually, for everybody's concern, for the Bangalore people, my mother was born there. My grandmother was buried there, and I've been several times to Bangalore, to Chennai, and my father was born and brought up and educated in Chennai. So I have quite a few connections with these South Indian governors and Rotarians, being a past governor's son and being a member for 42 years. I'm a 42-year-old Rotarian. I came very young. I became a governor late, but I was president many years ago. So anyway, that is the link. That is how I managed to meet these people. And of course, on different conventions and all that we meet on different Rotary events. Anyway, thank you very much, all of you. I'll ask the district secretary to move on. Thank you very much, Ravi, Paula, and everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone. And especially IPDG Dr. Samir for assisting us tonight, as we had one of the major technical disabilities today. Thank you once again. And now I will request DG Tazim Ahmed for his closing remarks. Over to DG Tazim Ahmed.
Thank you very much. It was really, after having a 76 Zoom session in 4 months, this is really today, it is marvelous. And what I have learned today, it is a great way to learn even for Islam. I was so aware, I was not so aware. So I thank you very much, sir. I have heard many things about you couple, and today it's my golden chance I have introduction with you. I have learned about CSR and ISR. So I think I will carry it out. So thank you very much to everyone who has joined. You have given us. I thank you very much, which you encourage me, my district, to support me for 100,000 points, which I believe I can motivate our rotations towards TRF. This is with your support, and I hope we'll meet sometime, somewhere. So thank you very much. And I also thank, we are planning on 24th October, even to come in Kartarpur or even to our border. We have a plan for celebrate our polio day there. So thank you very much. Your Mrs. also, she is with you.
Beautiful wife, Paula.
Beautiful wife. Yeah.
I don't want to miss the opportunity.
So many people are. Thank you very much, and thank you, Samir, Ariani, this, for your nice support and very well. So thank you very much for everyone. And this is, as some says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins from one step, from the first step. So my journey is going to start today after your motivational speech. Thank you so very much. I hope I will follow your rules. And Gopiji, thank you very much for supporting me this time. Thank you very much.
Welcome, DG Tazim Ahmad ji, thank you very much for your wonderful words. And in case you are deciding to become an AKS member, I'll come personally and I'll be with you when you're signing the papers.
Sir, as you told, you are a dreamer. I am a builder. I am a dreamer also. And I put in my mind since one day I will be becoming AKS. So after meeting you,
I'll come there personally, sir, and I'll receive the check from you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all your support you have given to us.
We'll be there, sir. We'll be there.
Thank you so very much for all of you. Over to the section.
Thank you, DG Tazim. And now for the formal vote of thanks, I will request Dr. Nuruzuma.
What a motivational speech. It was really great to listen to a person. We are really indebted to you. You talked about one of the pillar of Islam, the very important pillar of Islam, that is Zakat, and the way you have actually interpreted it. We are really delighted to listen to you, and it is really motivational for all of us. As you have just talked with Azim Saab, we are going to actually ask and motivate everybody to give at least 2.5% of their cumulative wealth as a zakat, so particularly for this purpose. And we are really indebted to all those PDGs and of course immediate past district governor who has actually really helped us in organizing, because we were having some internet problems as well. And we thank all other audience, all other participants who were present in this important meeting. Thank you very much. And specifically, I would thank Mir Arif Ali Sahab and District Secretary Mehru Arif Ali, who has actually moderated it in a very beautiful way. Thank you very much to all. Thanks.
Dr. Noor Ul Zaman, sir, you analyzed the whole thing very well. I think you summarized the whole thing. I'm very glad that you have decided to communicate with your people and to contribute 2.5%. It's a great, if we can achieve that, it is worth every word I've spoken, sir. Thank you very much for taking that.
Thank you, sir. Inshallah, we will try, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Before I close the meeting, I want to tell Raviji, this meeting will be in YouTube. Every meeting we are putting on YouTube, Rotary Pakistan. So every meeting since 4 months, we are putting in YouTube. for the motivational your speech is to our district. So you can view that one. I close this meeting today.